the camera.
Oh my God, it's been so long. Welcome everybody to the R Deal podcast. This is T-Rwll and my man
K-Zach, yo, what's up?
Man, I know it's been a while. It's been a long time. I've been going through things. As you see that my background is different. I moved to another apartment. Probably the next time you see again, I'm probably moving to another apartment. You never know.
And we've slept since then, so it's been a minute. But hey, we're back. We're bringing you coverage of what's come to pass. Oh, good Lord. We are...
My God. Wrestlemania Play Button.
WrestleMania, we just don't care enough to count anymore.
Oh, boy. WrestleMania 31, ladies and gentlemen, will be on next Sunday, live on pay-per-view.
March 29th, you'll be able to catch that on the WOD network for $9.99.
Or unless you're just dumb as shit, just buy it on pay-per-view. You might get better quality.
Yeah, you know, if you want to pay $50. But hey,
$59.99 HD, sir.
Dear Lord.
I think 69.
Really?
I think 69 now.
Okay, no.
So what you're gonna get? Just do the $9.99.
Yeah.
You can cancel right after WrestleMania is over.
Sure.
You get 2 hours on the pre-show. Yes, 2
hours. 2 hours of Booker T saying, don't tell me you didn't just say that. Along with a pre-show, which, you know, talking heads about wrestling, which I'm sure we all care about.
Love it. And then 4 hours of your favorite WrestleMania wannabe matches.
Oh, we're so just looking forward to this, you know.
This is the greatest WrestleMania of all time. Sarcasm overload.
That's a drinking game. Anytime Cole says this is the greatest WrestleMania ever, drink, please.
I think when Cole says greatest WrestleMania ever, just kill himself.
Please.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we're going to talk about wrestling today. Yes, I know it's been a long time since I've been on it. I just been going through a lot of things. I had to get everything right. My man K-Zach told me you better get your ass on the ball. So I said, okay, we're going to do this.
We're going to talk. And we're going to have a little fun today.
Yes, so, have you been watching WWE lately?
Oh, yes, I have, sir. I've been sad. I've been sad.
You know what? It's a shame where I would watch TNA on a network that I don't have, but I will go look for rather than watching 3 hours of nonsense.
I'd rather watch Lucha Underground on a loop over and over again. And trust me, I've been enjoying the Lucha Underground.
Lucha! Man, wait till Rey Mysterio gets on there, ladies and gentlemen.
Oof. Ray, I have to wonder about Ray. You heard about today, right?
No.
Oh, unfortunately, Ray's first match back, he winds up going for a 619 and accidentally injuring an opponent who I believe probably injured himself, T-Rwll Jr., who is unfortunately passed away in the ring. Yeah.
You're lying.
No.
Hold on. This is live. This is live, ladies and gentlemen. I don't do retakes.
What happened was he was going for the 619. The opponent basically pulled his neck back, giving himself whiplash, and they're still investigating exactly how the injury occurred. But yes, T-Rwll Jr. Took a couple of bad bumps, and he unfortunately passed away in the ring.
Okay, so he didn't die because of Rey Mysterio 619.
No, he didn't.
Okay, I was about to say, damn.
What the rumor was is that he took a kick to the trachea by the 619, but Ray never connected with the move. So I believe there were probably a series of moves that resulted in him injuring his spine and basically, you know, which Rey Mysterio probably aggravated the injury with Xantix. So Ray's going to have a little bit of a tough time coming back. Sorry, guys.
You know, AAA been going through a lot lately. They had a couple of their shows canceled because of the weather. Then they had a horrible bus accident where a staff member passed away.
And you've also got Alberto, who's
injured.
Torn bicep?
Yes, he's injured. We don't know when he's coming back in because he does AAA and Lucha Underground.
But needless to say, Lucha Underground, getting back to happier times, Lucha Underground is just tremendous product right now.
If they get a bigger network, because, you know, El Rey is brand new. El Rey, and this is a great station, by the way, whoever can actually get it.
El Rey is awesome.
If they can get to other stations, even if it's a Spanish station,
Yeah.
I think aren't they on Uno Mas also?
I think they're trying to expand I think they may be trying to expand the Univision, but I'm not sure.
If they can get on Univision, oh my goodness, I'll tell you right now, I would watch it. I would have to learn Spanish, but I would watch it. It's an hour. It's just an hour long, but it's so refreshing because the matches are awesome. It's the production levels are basically movie studio esque.
And you have 1 hour. The wrestlers get 1 hour to do what it is that they need to do, and they get along the storylines clearly with great cinematics. They have great writing, and they've done so well.
Yes.
So I'm looking forward to the renewal of the season. I'm looking forward to all that they have to offer.
Correct.
So, I mean, you're getting to see guys who, had to be kept down in WWE because of their moveset now getting elevated. You're seeing, guys like Son of Havoc, who was Matt Cross in 2020. You're seeing John Morrison, who is now Johnny Mundo. You're seeing Ivelisse, who was a tough enough opponent, really elevating her game and putting on some tremendous matches.
Correct.
You're getting to see people not held down because of their gender, because of their race. You're getting to see people live up to their potential and doing incredible things in the ring. Do check out Lucha Underground on El Rey Network, no doubt.
Definitely, please give y'all here's y'all free plug. I'm sorry, what were we supposed to talk about Wrestlemania Play Button?
Well, we were supposed to get somewhere in there.
Oh shit!
So
let's
well, how about we go over the Hall of Fame? Because, like I said, I want to talk about some of the good stuff that we're seeing because we are getting to see Randy Macho Man Savage getting his due finally, thanks to Lanny Poffo saying, "Hey, you know what? Let's honor the man."
Yes. The highlight is Randy Macho Man Savage. Randy Savage, of course, we all grew up watching him. If you're my age, or K-Zach's age, we grew up watching him. He was the man with you're either basically Hulkamaniac, Warrior, Savage. You put some other in there, but main three. I was a Warrior. Sorry, I was a Warrior, but Randy.
Well, where Hulk Hogan went out into the mainstream and spread the word of wrestling to the masses, people who knew wrestling loved watching Randy. People who knew wrestling loved watching his moveset. I mean, he's part of one of the greatest matches of all time, WrestleMania 3, Macho Man Randy Savage versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. And it is just a clinic in technical wrestling.
Ladies and
it's a
gentlemen,
clinic in high flying. It's beautiful to watch.
And if you want to watch that, you can definitely watch it on YouTube. You can find that match. Or probably have it on the network somewhere.
And yes, you can find it on the network for $9.99.
Okay, wait. Cut. No more $9.99 bullshit.
Okay.
I can't do it. We had to suffer 3-4 months of that before. I'm not stuck. I can't. No.
Hashtag who gives a fuck. Okay.
Delete plug. Anyway, yes. Randy Macho Man Savage will be headline. Unfortunately, he passed away a few years ago. And who to be inducted by?
Hulk Hogan! Who he ran down for years!
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to think. What would Savage do if he was alive today? Would you honestly think that Savage would say, hey, let's let Hogan induct me? Do you honestly think that he would let that happen?
It's hard to say. Because in the business, never say never. I mean, did you ever think you'd see the Warrior and Hogan shake hands again? You ever see Warrior getting along with McMahon again?
It's called publicity stunt. Let's make that shit clear. Hogan was best for business. So he's going to do everything in his power to make himself look good and to promote himself.
Right. But by the same token, and again, I'm going to argue devil's advocate here, don't you think Lanny, his brother, who was really been behind getting Savage into the Hall of Fame and, okaying the legacy, don't you think he would have signed off on Hogan inducting him too?
I don't know. WWE is more powerful than Lanny Poffo.
True.
So, if that's the case, why don't they let Poffo introduce him?
Well, I think Hogan's going to induct him, but Poffo's going to accept the award.
Hogan. Any fucking way. Next.
But anyway, looking over Kevin Nash, Diesel going in.
Yes, that is a spoiler for y'all who don't know. The last inductee will be Diesel. I'm sorry, we cannot say Kevin Nash because Diesel. Like last year, it was Razor Ramon. So, well, basically, it leaves the possibility of him being the second time in the NWO.
I can see it happen. I can see it happening.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Ric Flair will never be the only two-time Hall of Famer.
No.
Trust me. Hall of Famer is a publicity stunt. It's a joke. Don't get me wrong. Until they have a physical building.
You think they'd induct Eric with the NWO? Uncle Eric?
Why not?
Yeah.
He's one of the originators.
He's the mastermind.
There you go.
I mean, he's the guy who went to Hogan and said, "You know what? Let's make you a bad guy."
There you go. So on next, we have Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh,
I guess the celebrity wing.
Celebrity wing, and I mean, it was a fair trade for him getting Triple H into that Athletes Hall of Fame. So sure, why not?
Oh, there you go. We also have Rikishi, or Fatu for the older gentlemen.
Oh, Simone Swati.
Fat ass. Okay, when they did the introduction, the video package, I swear to God, they were just so astonished by his ass because the whole damn video was about his ass.
Yeah,
like his ass.
That's your legacy right there, man.
Have you ever won a championship?
He did, I believe, win the tag team championship.
No,
I can't remember if he never won the world title. Obviously, I think he might have won the Intercontinental, the IC, but I'm not entirely sure.
And he has. He's a one-time Intercontinental champion, two-time World Tag Team champion, and one-time WWE Tag Team champions. All right, next we have the Bushwhackers. Oh, yeah. I love them.
Okay,
when I grew up.
All right. Now the Bushwhackers, what you saw on TV, you're also looking at the Sheep Herders, which were one of the toughest tag teams of all time. Right around the time that you're looking at the Road Warriors, and right around the time you're looking at the Rock and Roll Express, you have the Sheep Herders. These two awful, ugly-looking guys from New Zealand who beat the hell out of a lot of their opponents, held a lot of titles, and their flag bearer was Johnny Ace.
Oh man,
John Laryngitis himself.
God.
He's going to actually induct.
Fuck man.
So, like I said, we're looking forward to seeing them induct the Sheep Herders, the Bushwhackers, and it's well deserved because they are one of the great tag teams.
Awesome. They won various tag team championships in the AWA, NWA, and Stampede Wrestling. They had a career spanning 40 years.
Yeah, and Luke's been a booker for a long time.
Oh man, so. They awesome. They're awesome. Going next, we're going for our female Hall of Famer this year, Alundra Blaze.
Oh,
better
Medusa
known as Medusa.
Oh, this one's well deserved. Alundra was one of the high spots in the 80s and 90s because, like I said, she was a woman who was beautiful, but she was a woman who could go.
She could get it all day.
I mean, I would love to go back in history and see some of the matches with Sherry Martel, but I mean, you're taking a look at people like Bull Nakano. You're taking a look at matches like Bull Nakano. You're taking a look at guys that she was wrestling. I mean, she was wrestling guys. She had such tremendous street cred, and she is part of one of the most legendary spots in the Monday Night Wars history.
You think they're going to do the trash can spot in the Hall of Fame?
Absolutely.
She's going to throw away her Hall of Fame? just for spoof?
Well, I think, I don't know, Sonny sold her ring. Why couldn't Medusa throw hers in the trash?
There you go. Alundra Blaze, 3-time WWF Women's Champion. She's definitely known as Medusa. She became the first woman to ever win a WCW Cruiserweight Champion. The first woman is not China, it's Medusa. It's Alundra Blaze, and a one-time AWA World Women's Champion. Yep. All respect due to Miss Alundra Blaze. Next, we got Larry Zbyszko, the living legend.
Oh, let's go to Larry now, baby.
Here's the funny part. Of course, everybody knows I listen to a few wrestling podcasts, and of course, a couple I listen to is, Review Away, Review Raw, same area, like on your wrestling for my Canadians out there. And also, I listen to MLW Radio. And Court Bauer, he's awesome. MSL, Conan, everybody know Conan. They are made a running bet of Larry Zbyszko will go in the Hall of Fame because we were talking. They don't let's fake it. See how long he can take it to be inducted. Let's not put him in this year and everything like that. But they put him in. Larry Zbyszko. Tell the fans about him.
Legendary commentator in WCW, but also he was a tremendous wrestler. He is the man who, you know, mentored under Bruno Sammartino. He was just this tremendous talent from AWA, who in Minnesota, he was up against tough guys up there, man. And I mean,
he had to prove his worth.
Yeah, and you can't ask for tougher guys than, you know, Hennig and Gagne, and you know, not Nick Bachman. I mean, back in the AWA, you know, you weren't on your looks, you weren't on your physique, you were on your wrestling ability. And if you couldn't compete in that world with the guys from Minnesota, because I mean, in Minnesota at that time, you had, you know, they had Hennig and got, you know, I think Kempatera. You might even had Ric Flair making an appearance because he was up at the Gagne camp training. But I mean, you have guys who are under you. And when you're succeeding in AWA with Bruno Sammartino as your mentor, that says a lot for your cred, man.
And they definitely did a feud in Shea Stadium, the legendary feud where Zbyszko just turned on Shea Stadium. And
just brutality. Got himself over. It's like, that guy is so good.
Definitely. Zbyszko, two-time AWA World Heavyweight Champion. Held a WCW and WWF Tag Team Champions.
That's not a misprint. That's exactly how it was.
Exactly. It's just funny how they got his photo. They got him all jacked up, built up. It was never like that. So I wonder if they photoshopped that a little.
Zbyszko
he was a big guy,
but I mean, Zbyszko was in the days, you know, before the '80s, before the glam rock. I mean, basically, he had a wrestler's body because I mean, he was had thick legs, thick chest, and things like that, and he was tough.
What? There's no question. So, and the last one we already told you about Diesel. So the other one that we did not forget is Tatsumi Fujinami. Now, I'm not real known of him. What about yourself?
I'm not terribly familiar with Tatsumi Fujinami. I can say that I know that he and Flair had some major battles in WCW. Flair, I believe, is going to induct him into the Hall of Fame. But I mean, he has, you know, tremendous credibility with what he's done over the years over in Japan. As we take a look, we run down his resume credits. I mean, he's a six-time IWGP Heavyweight Champion and one-time NWA World Heavyweight Champion, which he won from Flair. And to beat the man, you got to beat the man. So, and of course, he also has a WWF Junior Heavyweight Championship as well.
Awesome. And I guess we do have to talk about the quote-unquote Warrior Award. Okay, last year when Ultimate Warrior spoke about another award, it was for the people who worked behind the scenes. Was it Ed Miranda's award? I might be saying his name wrong. She was trying to do an award for people behind the scenes that you won't know. So let me tell you what WWE did. Okay, Ultimate Warrior Award for those individuals who have exhibited unwavering strength and perseverance, who live their lives with the courage and compassion that embodies the spirit of Ultimate Warrior. I guess they did half of what he wanted. I don't know. He can't defend himself.
Right. And the thing is that Dana signed off on this particular one because it's going to, you know, a pretty inspiring figure, Connor the Crusher McCulloch, who was, you know, he was an 8-year-old who passed away due to I believe, brain cancer.
Yes, sir.
And it was a wonderful story, and they will overplay this video package. But the thing is that the kid was a huge wrestling fan. He got to meet his heroes, and he got to talk and enjoy. Definitely. And the thing is that he with Triple H and Tony McMahon setting up a cure. You know, out of this kid's memory, and like I said, it's nice that they're honoring the kid and the family and the struggle. And that's awesome. And the thing is that I think you're going to see the Warrior Award go towards folks who I think, like I said, are uplifting and inspiring stories, and that's all.
And I give them that. You know, I'm a cynical motherfucker, so I know this is all about money. Any guy do it to get him on a higher light. But at the end of the day, there's a Connor's Core Cancer Fund. It was set up by Triple H and Stephanie McMahon, so. You definitely want to look that up. I hope it's a great cause. I hope they actually use the money where they're supposed to use it and not some bullshit. So definitely that is your Hall of Fame. It's going to be in San Jose, California at the SAP Center in San Jose.
The night before Wrestlemania Play
Button! Yes.
So you can check. So you can check that on the network for an undisclosed amount.
Yeah.
So.
Shut up. Now, WrestleMania 31, aka yes, I call it Play Button. Do you see the damn the damn what they look at up top of the stadium? It's the fucking play button. Press play, bitch. Press play. Now, I don't give a damn about this WrestleMania. I'm just gonna be honest with you. This shit.
Yeah, but
what's your feelings about this build up this year?
Basically, you know how when you get into a football season and you see that there's a team transitioning, building, and things like that.
Okay.
That's what this year is. This is the year that they try and reset the clock on a bunch of stuff that they dropped the ball on.
I don't know. I just think now they don't have to get that pay-per-view buy rate anymore. Everything's $9.99. I'm sorry. But so if you got it, you already have it. You're paying that amount for a pay-per-view. I don't think they're going hard as they used to. I think they're, and this is just my opinion, I think they're taking a year off for next year. Because remember, next year, they're going to Dallas.
Yes.
They're going to our territory.
We're going to the Death Star, baby.
Yeah, we're going. Mm-hmm. We're going.
There you go.
And they have to fill up a 100,000 seat stadium. So I'm thinking, now I might be wrong, but I'm thinking that they toning this one down so they can build next year up.
Well, the thing is that their writing staff doesn't trust their talent, and that's been a huge problem. And as we run down the card, we're going to discuss exactly as to why we don't see they trust their talent. So,
well, we're gonna go for the tag team match first. They're probably gonna.
This
might be in a pre-show. Oh, I'm sorry. It is a pre-show. I forgot there's a 2-hour pre-show. So there's a tag team match for the WWE tag team titles. Cesaro and Kid, the champions, versus the New Day. Versus the Usos versus Los Matadores.
And I believe that the Usos may be out of this match due to a heel injury to Jay. I think we're going to find out here very shortly. They were reevaluating him as he goes. But again, I think we may see the Usos out of this one or very little action due to that injury. So it may wind up just being a triple threat, or they could throw another tag team in there.
I thought this was all their tag teams. I forgot about Los Matadores. I thought they just went back to pass to the siesta.
And what about the primetime players?
I think just did that one time. We don't want to talk about that because they beat the Ascension. Hold on, what happened to the Ascension?
Who? Demolition? What?
Road Warriors.
Okay.
So this tag team match, I don't know. I think this is a throwaway match. Cesaro and Kid is going to take it because they're not going to give the titles that soon.
Right.
The New Day. No, I'm sorry.
The New Day, I had such hopes for. I
had no hopes because number one, they're faces. They should have been heels.
Exactly.
Number two, you're trying to portray acquire, and I'm like, what the. Don't let me speak on that.
It worked for Brother Love. Come on, man.
Okay, it's in the 80s, brother. It's in the 80s, brother.
I love you.
It's in the 80s, brother. You can't do that now. Usos, as you already said, it might be an injury, so to be determined. Los Matadores, it's nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing. They're just there to make a 5-year-old laugh
and introduce us to little people. Antonito.
I don't want to talk about this tag match anymore.
Cesaro and Kid.
Cesaro and Kid. Kid got new life. Cesaro was always very much underrated. They don't let him do what he wants to do.
And Tyson Kids are underrated too.
Definitely.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yes, definitely underrated.
With this silly angle with Natalia and the Total Diva show, it's just sad to see two really good wrestlers, kind of get pushed to the bottom. But the thing is that cream rises to the top. You are going to see Claudio Castagnoli rise up. You are going to see Tyson Kidd.
I guarantee you the crowd will root for Cesaro and Kid.
You're going to see that.
Because you know how the crowd is.
Yeah.
When it's WrestleMania season, it's the diehard out of the diehards. Yeah. Now, I'm not going to go through the order I want to go, but I want to go through the least important to the most important. So we already know, we all know, if you want to put betting odds, I'll put betting odds of Cesaro and Tyson Kidd.
I go with you.
We'll keep the championship, and they're going to keep it until at least 3 months from now.
Yeah, I would say until they can rewrite their tag teams the way they need to. Yeah, they're going to keep it on Cesaro and Kid, or they can could throw it back on the Usos if Jay gets healthy again. So
I don't think the Usos will elevate the title anymore. I think they did all they did with the title.
Yeah, and they had a great run when they were amping up the tag division. I really liked that.
Amping up. What happened to that?
I think basically Triple H had to get a hold of Sting and had to run NXT. So
Anyway, all right. As you see on my tone of voice, I'm not excited about this. I'm just not. It is what it is. I've been tuning out of Raw. Like I sometimes I can't even watch 3 hours anymore. It'll play on my TV, but I'm doing something else.
Yeah.
So it's been one of those times. So the next match we're going to talk about, from least to most important, is the women's tag team match. AJ Lee and Paige, frenemies, versus the Bella Twins. You remember back in the day when Nikki and Brie hate each other, the famous line, "I wish you died in the womb." Remember that?
I wish this Angle died in the womb.
And then also, a month later, they're back being, "I love you, sister," or "I love you too, sister," with no explanation of whatever. So that's that side. Versus, remember when AJ Lee and Paige, when Paige first came on the scene, competition, hey, I can't beat you. Oh, but she beat him anyway. And then
three solid matches for that title.
And then become frenemies. And then all of a sudden now, I got your back. Hi, I'm skeptical, but I got your back too. And I guess this is a tag team match to get give divas a chance.
Okay, here I got to cut you off there because you're never going to give divas a chance when you have the Bella Twins as the face of your division.
I think Nikki is a better wrestler than Brie. Nikki is a better wrestler than Brie. I thought the other way around until recently, because I watched that AJ versus Nikki match. It wasn't that bad. If you give the two solid workers ample time, you give them ample time to work, to tell a story, to everything like that, I think it will be fine.
I just think that I've never been a Bella Twins fan. I never have. I'm not a fan of their look. I'm not a fan of their look. I'm not a fan of their style. They've gotten better over the years. I'm not going to lie to you, but I'm glad that they've decided not to renew their contract. I'm sure they will succeed elsewhere, but
they're going to Lucha Underground. So
the thing is that I want to see
tits and ass.
No, I want to see Charlotte rise up. I want to see Sasha Banks.
I want to
see Bayley rise up. I want to see Emma get her shot.
I'm going to have to cut you off right there. I don't want to see him on the main roster yet. You want to know why? It's because they're going to dumb it down when they get in the main roster. I'd rather see him at NXT. I'd rather see him do everything they can do there because I'm a guarantee you. Perfect example, Emma. That's the most perfect example you can have. If they start strengthening that diva division, they start treating it like a competition and not a beauty contest, not a pillow fight, not a sleepover. If they treat it like an actual wrestling match of competition of who's the better person, not because you're fat, not because of you're ugly, not because holy shit, you're my sister, I'm gonna beat her because of you. No, straight up competition. More than 30 seconds, more than a minute, actual moves, actual storytelling, actual matches.
That's what you're getting in Lucha Underground.
That's the only way.
That's what you're getting in TNA.
That's the only way that I will be satisfied with them moving up to Raw and SmackDown. If not, if Raw and SmackDown is going to continue to be the same old bullshit with the women, the same old stereotypical bullshit, leave the workers at NXT. Leave them there.
Well, like I said, what you're going to see is they're not going to renew AJ's contract. I don't think she's going to.
We're going to talk about it in a couple seconds. Give Diva a chance. Stephanie McMahon got a little pissed off because, AJ said what she needed to say. And, of course, you always know there's bad blood since she's married to
Pipe Bomb.
Ha! So.
He who will not be named.
Oh, fuck. CM Punk, motherfucker. CM Punk, straight edge.
I don't think they allow that name to be on air anymore, sir. which they can't drown out the chance when they happen. So, but anyway, I don't think they're going to do AJ's contract. I want to see Paige succeed, but I want to see Paige succeed against women who can go, women who can work,
and that's what they need right now.
What they need is a fit Finley to get the division back up to where it was, because at the time before Finley took over, you had pretty girls who could kind of work but weren't doing so well, and then he elevated the games to Trish Stratus and Lita and things like that. I think you need to see a strong women's leader back in the locker room lifting up that division and getting it out so we have decent matches. Give divas a chance. Give us divas that we want to watch a chance.
We'll see what happens. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. I do believe Paige and Lee will win because there's no title. There's no tag title.
Right.
So
there's nothing.
Happy ending.
Right. There's nothing on the line, and Bella Twins are Bella Twins. So, meh.
All right. Well, we're going to go to another one that's more important to that, and I'm going to go to the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Sheamus. That's it.
Right back.
Sheamus.
Right back.
Okay. Argue your case.
He's actually gaining momentum with the crowd. He's actually, last year was Cesaro. We already know.
Dropped the ball.
This I can't say he dropped the ball.
I know.
Creative dropped the fucking ball. Vince McMahon dropped the fucking ball.
Yeah.
But this year I know you say Sheamus because rumor has it he's supposed to be coming back, and that's when he's going to come back. And,
right. Unless he joins the ladder match, which we'll also talk about in a second.
Yeah, but I do believe it will be right back. It sets the table up great. It's set it up for right back. Or my sleeper, Damien Sandow. Here's my scenario. The last two, Miz and Sandow. Miz tells him to go. Dramatic effect. They fight. Miz down, throws him over. Winner. But then Miz come back and beat Chef and hit the trophy across his head. That's my scenario.
Yeah, trophies when they're awarded, they don't last long.
No. So you say Sheamus.
I say Sheamus because I think the WWE still has high hopes for Sheamus. I've not been terribly impressed by the guy, but I love it. But I do know that when the machine gets going and they really want to have a huge comeback, I think this is what they bring back. Sheamus, like I said, Sheamus has a great physique. Sheamus gets over with kids real well.
No, wait.
He does.
Wait. See, here's conflicting. If they make Sheamus the ass kicker Sheamus, back in ECW Sheamus, back where they had when the song first had that little beginning first, with the little man song, and then the actual song, when he was beating people's asses left and right and didn't give a fuck, if they put him like that, let's make him a heel. Put him like that, yes, it will be a breath of fresh air. But if they make him John Cena 3.0, because you already know we got somebody for 2.0 now. If they make Sheamus 3.0, it won't work. He will be in the mid card again. It will fucking suck, and we'll want him to go away.
I think Vince still doesn't get that we're not caring about the size of the guy anymore. They always love the big guys and things like that. Is that Sheamus, I think, sells merchandise, and I think that's what they're trying to do with this one. So I think that's why they're so much happy his return. I think unless he joins the ladder match, you're going to see his return in the Battle Royal, and he's going to be the winner. So that's my opinion, because Sheamus, for some reason, seems to equal money. I don't think he feels serious.
Ass kicker Sheamus, bingo. John Cena Sheamus.
So anyway, my pick, Sheamus, but I'll also give a sleeper pick to Damien Mizdow just because I like Sandow.
I like Sandow. Sorry,
Mizdow, Sandow, whatever you want to call him. Damien is a tremendous talent, and
he's taken chicken shit and turned it to chicken salad.
But and I want to give credit to the Miz. I want to give credit to the Miz.
This is his most comfortable position.
The Miz. As much as people say he can't wrestle, as much as people say he's not a terrific dude. The thing is that the guy gets heat. The guy gets heat fast, bigger than anyone I've seen in the WWE in a really long time. The man is a heat magnet. I mean,
I
no
think
one likes him, and he's great.
I think it's gold. It's X-Pac heat now. It's X-Pac.
You think it's X-Pac heat now?
But it's okay. They want a reaction. They got the reaction. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. I do apologize. This is a wrestling podcast, but we do have to announce that Steve Nash has announced retirement.
Ooh.
Steve Nash, point guard for the LA Lakers, has announced his retirement. One of the greatest point guards of all time. Surely in 5 years, he will be a Hall of Fame first ballot.
Absolutely.
All right. We picked out Andre the Giant. Now we're going to go to USA versus I don't give a fuck. Rusev, the champion, United States champion, versus John Superman Cena.
Will you wake me up when you're done talking about this one?
All right, John Cena. Everybody knows about John Cena. You heard all the stories about John Cena. You know how long he's been in John Cena. What the fuck ever. Rusev, I'm not going to lie. He's a breath of fresh air for me. He just don't give a fuck. Until they emasculated him on freaking Raw. I hated that shit. He was a badass. He will beat you. They protected him. He will beat you, get you unconscious with the accolade, talk shit about you. Lana, I'll fuck the shit out of her. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everybody. I just will fuck Lana. Just do it. But Lana, look. They're awesome! I love Rusev. I don't care. I don't care if he got limitations. I don't give a shit because he's fucking awesome. Yes, it's the stereotype of the 80s, how the 80s was with the WWF with Sergeant Slaughter versus Iron Sheik and stuff like that, but I don't care. They protect Rusev. They know how to work with him, and they did great except for that the 2 Raws ago. That bullshit. Oh, just talk about my country again, I'll show you. And then Cena beats his ass to a pulp. No, I don't know why they did. They should have protected him as a monster because we all know Cena's going to win. It's like we all know Cena's going to have that feel-good moment for the 5-year-olds of America and the little bitch-ass ladies of America so he can get the United States Championship. And they're probably going to throw in a damn New Orleans, Long Island Sound because that title ain't mean shit, hasn't mean shit ever since. When was the last time that title meant anything?
When it was in the NWA.
There you go. So,
all right.
Wake up. You up, nigga? You up? Okay.
Yeah, I'm awake. Okay. I'm not a John Cena fan. I don't care. I'm not a Rusev fan. I don't care.
You're an asshole. Get out of my house.
I don't care. You invited me, sir. Basically, Rusev has too many limitations. I mean, the guy's going to
But they covered his limitations. They covered it. They, just like Goldberg. That mug had limitations up their ass. So but WCW, boom. Let's just do his strength and hide his weaknesses. Rusev has been coming along very steadily and beautifully.
I'm not a fan of the matches. I'm not a fan of his style. And the thing is that I like big guys who can move. I like guys like Scott Flash Norton. I like guys who, had size and can move. I mean, I even had, it was a joy to watch Ryback starting out, but, and the guy just crapped out eventually. I'm not a fan of Rusev. I'm not a fan of John Cena, and I just don't care about
this is a match that just gets Cena on WrestleMania. This is all it is.
Well,
it's somebody to build up so they can be fed to Cena. That's what it was always about.
Well, when I saw the reset and the restart, when I talk about this being a WrestleMania transitional one, I think what you're seeing with this one is the way that they bring credibility back to the U.S. title. Let's talk about the title. Let's talk about the title picture for a minute, because with the title being on the part-timer, the big title being on the part-timers like The Rock, like Lesnar, and things like that. You have to take we'll get to your point. You have to take the undercard titles and lift them up to give them credibility, because when we talk about the ladder match in a minute, we'll talk about who they're going to throw that on. But the thing is that what they want to do with the U.S. title is they want to put it on someone who can actually look and carry it like a championship.
I agree and disagree, because I think this first of all, is a downgrade for Cena. Just like you said, I think they did it to try to put a name on it that actually means something. Mm-hmm. But Lesnar did more to that title than anyone in so long.
We can go.
Now, I would say Punk was up there because of the length. But the legitimacy of the title Brock Lesnar,
reigning,
defending, undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. He brought more credibility to that freaking title than the last 10 years combined.
Right. Because he made it a special attraction.
He's legitimate. Yeah. He will come up to you and beat the shit out of you and not even ask questions. He lets Paul ask the questions after the fact.
Yeah.
So whoever gets that belt, and we'll talk about that. It's hard shoes to fill. Mm-hmm. And I would say impossible shoes to fill. But back to the Rusev and Cena.
Let's put credibility on the title. Let's go ahead and throw Cena in there, and let's just see where it goes. Let's see.
I don't think it's gonna go anywhere because he can't lose, but he has to lose because he's not gonna hold that belt for long. No. So how are they gonna do that? Exactly. That's for another podcast.
I think that's for another podcast because we got a lot of card to run down.
We all know Cena's gonna win. They're not going to get Cena beat twice. They didn't even have him pinned the first time. They didn't even have him tap out. Of course, everybody knows Super Cena. So Cena will win, have the United States Championship, and whatever. Next up is going to be the ladder match. Yes! Bad News Barrett, R-Truth, Dean Ambrose, Luke Harper, Dolph Ziggler, Stardust, and Daniel Bryan.
All right.
Now, first of all, this is hey, let's get everybody on WrestleMania card match. That and Under the Giant. And Daniel Bryan, this is a fucking consolation prize.
State your case.
Daniel Bryan, the most popular WWE superstar since, and I'm going to say it, since Jeff Hardy. Think about that. When Jeff Hardy was at his peak, actually, even before that, when he began tag teaming, got solo, children, women, men, he was getting more cheers than Cena. He was getting more cheers than Triple H. At times, he was getting more cheers than Stone Cold. At times, he was getting more cheers than The Rock. Yes, trust me. Yeah, I'm a Jeff Hardy narc. Fuck you. Now,
you are Mark Hardy.
Now, let's get back to 2015. Daniel Bryan. They threw everything at him last year. Even the injuries, even this, even that. And guess what? He gets the biggest pops in arenas. Now I do believe this yes chant is getting too much. I think they're starting to cheer more the yes chants than Daniel Bryan. But even push that aside, Daniel Bryan gets more pop than the other three top babyfaces combined.
You're looking at this match because what you're seeing is 7 of the top guys in the ring.
You say 7 of the top? Luke Harper, the top guy?
Yes.
Stardust, the top guy? Look.
I'm not talking about top guys. I'm talking about wrestlers in the company.
Luke Harper?
Yep.
Luke Harper?
You're not.
R-Truth?
Yeah. I'm gonna argue this one. Allow me to steal my case. You have guys in this ring.
Quick. R-Truth.
You have guys who are going to go in the ring and do amazing things.
Hold on. R-Truth, his biggest thing is ladders. They already noticed that. He's probably not even climbing. His story for this match is I'm scared of ladders. I'm scared of heights. So how is that going to be an exhibition of competition?
He's a comedy act. It's like when you throw Kofi Kingston in this type of match.
Okay, he's for the hot spots.
Right.
Who's the hot spots for? Who's going to do the hot spots this time?
You forget that R-Truth does high spots. He moves.
I think Ziggler, since Ziggler can sell his ass off, I think he might be the one that does the high spots.
Ziggler is going to do the high spots. And like I said, you've got some real bruisers in there because you've got
Barrett, Harper, Ambrose.
Yeah,
those are some bruisers.
You've got 3 of the bruisers, but also, like I said, Ambrose is going to have the high spot.
Maybe.
Ambrose, I think because Ambrose.
Yes, he's not, but I think Ziggler because of the big time moment.
Right.
I don't think Bryan because you got to protect that neck.
No, I think they're going to throw it on. I think they're going to throw it on Bryan.
We ain't talking who's winning yet. We talking about high spots.
High spots. I say it goes to Ambrose, but you're going to see Ziggler with
pretty huge. I just don't like the build up. Hey, I'm gonna steal your title. I'm not a champion, but I'm gonna steal it. And here is R-Truth Okay, I'm black, right? That offended me.
No, yeah,
I've
been highly offended by what they've been doing with R-Truth's character on commentary. They're just making him look crazy.
It really is.
It's really insulting.
Stardust. This is an enigma because Fastlane, Stardust and Goldust, they ended so quick. I think something happened. I don't know, but the way it ended, I think something happened.
I think they were intending on prolonging the feud, and it just.
I thought it would go to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
You had time to build Goldust. I believe that would have been a hell of a lot better to Stardust Cody to get his WrestleMania moment there instead of now you're part of a group.
Yeah.
He's not gonna. I'm telling you right now, he's not gonna.
This is writing not having faith in the talent. That's Stardust, Cody Rhodes versus Dustin Rhodes.
That would have been a beautiful match.
Stardust versus Goldust. I would have loved for them to have made that match the way it should have been.
It should have been
because Dustin has been in better shape than he's been in years.
It should have been.
Cody is an amazing talent. I really believe he's going to be a main event player someday. I love these two guys, and the thing is that I hate to see that they took away that moment because the writing lost faith in the talent.
Armchair writers. That's what I should have been. Dustin Rhodes, Cody.
Yeah.
They don't even have to be Stardust and Goldust because they built it to the point that, hey, you're my brother. I need to get you back into reality.
Yeah.
Okay, then this is your last match. This should be Dustin's last match to give him that WrestleMania moment. Yep. This should be Cody's going out part. This is his boom, my moment. They have it was a story already made for WrestleMania, man.
Yeah.
Already presented itself in a nice shiny box with a red bow. Mm-hmm. What did they do? What did the creative writers
sent it to Fastlane and got rid of it.
Fucked it all up. Because they still could have had that first match in Fastlane. That could have been the catalyst. Mm-hmm. But they had 6 weeks to build the emotion, to build the frustration.
With Dusty in the mix. Oh, lost.
We do apologize for you, Cody Rhodes. We wish you had a better opportunity at WrestleMania. Instead, they put you somewhere that you're going to be lost. We do apologize, but we already know that Daniel Bryan's going to take this champion and the Continental Champion
and lift up that bar and make that other title huge.
Which is still a consolation prize.
Yeah.
So they might put this match on first just for the crowd to go.
No, it's going to be the next match we should talk about, which is going to be the first match. Orton Rollins,
Randy Orton, Seth Rollins. You know what? I like the build until Randy came back because they had to prolong it so much. Oh, I join you again. I didn't like that shit because he was his hottest. The Raw after Fastlane.
But how hot was that beatdown?
Yes, but I bet it would have been more hot. It would have been more hot if they didn't do that. Bullshit, and that it's a sandwich, top bread, bottom bread, the middle. This was a nasty sandwich because the top bread, him coming back to Fastlane, I'm gonna beat your ass, I'm gonna make you my bitch. That middle, yeah, you're my best friend, son. Yeah, son, you're my best friend, Randy Orton. That nasty ass shit.
But it led to the promo, and gave an excuse to put Sting in the ring. That's why they did it.
I don't like it.
I don't know. I like this match going on first. I do like it because you do have
the match. Of course, I love the match. Of course,
you have 2 of the top guys in the company right now. You have Orton, who is who is going to be a decent tweener face, and you have Rollins, who is the future of the company. I'm going to say it because even though his promos are kind of lacking these days, the man can wrestle. The man can work, and you're going to see a really good match out of this one. It's a great curtain jerk.
As long as Randy Orton don't do them 8-minute headlocks, we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Because if I start seeing 8-minute headlocks.
Right, but when Randy's a face, he's not going to do 8-minute headlocks. When he's a heel, he's going to do 8-minute headlocks.
He's tired. He needs the rest spots.
Yeah, true.
But this was an average build for me. I just wish they didn't do that extra fluff. I just wish they did not have him tag. And then interfering. And then I think his hottest part was when he came back.
Yeah.
And I think they should have played on that. Come on, writers. God damn, how much? Y'all getting paid a hell of a lot more than us.
Again, rebuild year. They have to rebuild Randy Orton. Sorry.
How many times are going to redo it?
They're going to rebuild Randy. They're going to rebuild Randy Orton until he's over like he is.
They could do it another way. But the match, of course, you already know the match is going to be awesome. It is what it is, right?
Who do you
Seth Rollins will make this match. It will be his breakout match. Just like he did with him, Cena, and Lesnar. That was Seth's breakout match. We're going to see another breakout match from Seth.
I think you are going to see Seth do real well. I think he's going to lose.
You know what? I think he's going to win.
I think
because there's too many happy endings so far. And we need that one match to say, holy shit, does this happen?
I think he's going to lose because there's a little just trying to look bad.
I think he's going to win because I think if you're going to build a star, you build him. If you're going to, he's a future, you got to claim the future. Yeah, Randy Orton can absorb this loss all day long because they can still chase and do it next pay-per-view. I think Seth will win. He's going to showcase. I think it will be it'll be too close to call, but I think Seth will win to build on that future. And yes, we know he has the case. We'll get to that, young man. I think Seth will win. Orton will get his revenge next pay-per-view.
And here's my armchair booking. Rollins loses. Rollins looks like hell. He gets the hell beat out of him by Randy Orton.
He did that. He did that already all wrong.
Right, but Orton comes out on top, so Orton looks great. But Rollins, the defeated guy, so pissed off, so angry. He has to prove himself. And how does he prove himself? Cash.
I think he'll do it for
cash.
I think he'll do it for more arrogance.
WrestleMania moment. Cash. Let's go into it. Let's just go into that match right now.
No, we can't.
We got to.
We cannot.
We got
no.
to. No, because I want to save that one. I want to save that last one for the final moment. Let's just go into it because the winner of that championship match, the world heavyweight champion, the reigning, defending, undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Brock Lesnar versus Roman
Ladies and gentlemen, K-Zach. He's available days, nights and weekends. Brock Lesnar, the champion, with Paul Heyman, of course, versus Roman Reigns. This is your main event. Yes, we have skipped one. We're not, trust me, we're not done yet. That one will be at his request. He won't talk about that last. So, Brock Lesnar, the champion. Basically, the build-up was Paul Heyman all day. Paul Heyman up from A to double Z. You goddamn right, double Z. Basically, this match, okay, if you want to rewind, Royal Rumble. See, WWE leaks a lot of shit out. Or we got Dave Meltzer of the Worlds. We got
Mets fan forever.
we got Jason Powell of the Worlds. We got oh man, I forgot my man's name. I apologize.
Wade Keller.
Wade Keller's of the world. There you go, Wade Keller's. You got John Pollock. We got my Canadian fans out there. Basically, everybody knew for this whole year that it was building up for Roman Reigns' main event at WrestleMania. We had some times when we thought it was going to work, but more times than not, it just seems like. And I'm not a judge. I don't get paid to worry about what he does. But for the fans' sake, they say he's not ready. I don't like that. And I'm going to tell you why. See, WWE opened up a big-ass Pandora's box when they said, you decide everything. I do everything for you, fans. So the fans are going, oh, yeah, I do this. I want a compliment. I don't want you. I want you. No, and I'm going to hide you if I don't get it. Because you told me that I make the matches. You told me that it's for me. It's for me.
If you read that Lance Storm opinion, Lance hit the nail on the head. I hate it.
It's not for the fans. It's called competition. Wrestling competition. It's not about Oh, you like him? Okay, we're gonna put him over. Oh, you like him? No, it's called you sit your ass down and you follow what WWE. This is what we're gonna do. Let us do everything. And I'm not saying, and don't get me wrong, I'm not saying throw somebody out, throw out. No, I'm saying competition. Let's see how it goes. You never know what can happen. But these fucking idiotic fans, now I know they're hardcore fans. I'm a fan. K-Zach's a fan. We all fans of the product. Don't get me wrong. But I'm also fans of a good story. I'm also fans of seeing this complete circle. Not half a circle where we're fans like, JBL, Michael Cole, CM. Sometimes it's good, but sometimes it gets on my fucking nerves. I don't blame Roman Reigns. I don't blame him because it's the WWE set this shit up. You don't tell the fans. You run the show.
But I mean, here's what happened is that Roman Reigns was getting over on his own. Roman Reigns was doing fine on his own until they started writing promos for him.
That was the worst thing they could have ever done.
Until they tried to turn him into a part of the machine, because Daniel Bryan got over on his own.
Correct.
CM Punk got over on his own.
You are correct.
The fans and Ziggler got over on his own.
Zack Ryder
got over on his own.
And it's like when they try to sit there, here you go. If you meet Roman in person and you hear him talk, oh, he's good. He has charisma. But when you talk about Jack and the Beanstalk and all this bullshit, leave that shit to John Cena. That's established. Leave it to him. Vince, now I know you're taking a personal teaching of this Reigns character. Stop it. Stop it.
See, The Rock had one tremendous writer under him. I can't remember. It was Brian Gewirtz.
Yes.
He took The Rock's personality and he wrote around it and embraced it and made The Rock come out. Stone Cold Steve Austin didn't need writers. He went on his own. When you talk about the fans, they embrace who they're going to embrace because the fans embrace.
But you embrace it. You embrace it because they shine out, not because they tell you to.
Right. The fans embraced the Shield. They did. And they were doing it because you had three guys who were working on their own.
Correct.
And they did wonderful things.
Correct.
That's why Roman was over. But when you made him Mr. One versus all rebelled against him.
And that's the problem. And then you want to throw salt in the wound. Let me tell you how WWE throws salt in the wound. Okay, Brian, you get eliminated early. Reigns, you go at the end. But here's the salt. I'm gonna have Roman face Daniel in Fastlane
to compensate the fans.
And you know what? Great match. Awesome match. Awesome match. But you alienated the fans. You dumbed down Brian to think you're putting up Reigns, but you made it worse because who was the biggest face that day? Brock Lesnar.
What's in that match? That match was amazing.
Man. But now, yes, Roman wins. And now, hold on, let's throw some more salt on him. Hey, Brian, why don't you go there and tell him you better beat his ass and then be friends with him now and all that shit. You're not fooling the fans. You're not. But again, I'm also at the other side. Fans need to shut the fuck up sometimes. Because it's... And I don't think the fans... I don't know. I know some dumbass fans are probably blaming Roman Reigns. You can't blame Reigns. No. You can't blame that. You can't blame what they do because they get paid. It's a job. They get paid to do what they have to do, right? So you have to... Sometimes the fans need to just chill. Relax a little bit, you know. I feel bad for
and the fans are going to get.
I feel bad for Reigns because WrestleMania they're gonna boo they're gonna boo him out the building.
But you know what's gonna happen? Reigns is gonna get over Lesnar. Reigns is going to hold that title in his hand for all of 10 seconds.
Well,
because next up,
no
cash,
no
boom,
no
done,
no
over, game over.
So.
Rollins gets over as the biggest heel in WrestleMania history because he steals Reigns' thunder.
No. You said the biggest heel? No, they'll probably cheer his ass if that happens. Yeah. So he will not be the biggest heel. But I'm gonna tell you another story. Look at his shirt that he wore last week. I can And I will. Reigns going to heel on WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Heyman's going to be by his side at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that leaves Brock. If he resigns, because it sounds like he's resigning, that could be an amazing face run for him. Amazing face run for Lesnar to chase his ass right back. I don't think Rollins will cash because if Reigns is heel, Rollins not going to cash because Rollins still the authority. You're not going to have a heel take another heel's belt.
Rollins is going to cash.
Rollins
is going to go on to his WrestleMania moment, hold that title high, and be the undisputed, reigning, defending heavyweight champion, and Lesnar's going to beat his ass to a pulp. And the fans are going to want to watch it because even though Rollins is getting cheered by the smart fans, he's still hated by the general populace, and it's going to be wonderful to watch because Rollins is going to be a great coward champion.
You keep forgetting something. Roman Reigns is a man's project, so he's not going to have him lose, even on a cash in. Remember, he's the insider corporate face of the company, so they're not going to have him lose. But look. We can talk about this build all day long, but it's only one man who did this build. One man. One fucking amazing genius ECW style shit that I grew up with.
Paul fucking Heyman.
Paul Heyman. Goddamn. Paul Heyman, man. He gets better and better. I'm telling you. There's no other. There's no other.
There is no better voice on the stick.
He is the greatest of all time. Period.
As far I wouldn't say he's the greatest of all time, but he is certainly one of the greatest voices of the last 10 years.
All time. Period.
He's
all time. Period.
I put
all time. Period. All time. Period.
I put Heenan over.
Not even close. Fuck Heenan.
What? No. I get it.
Paul Heyman will out promo his ass, out talk his ass, out everything. Let me tell you something. Paul Heyman will Ronda Rousey Heenan's ass on a stick.
Paul Heyman's been the best thing about this feud, no question.
He's the only thing about this feud.
Yeah.
Only thing.
And that's what a great promoter does. That's what a great promoter does.
Brock doesn't have to say a word.
No.
Has he said a word? Nope.
Well, he said it. Well, no, he did have the interview.
Okay, I said with Heyman.
When Heyman's in the ring, he doesn't have to do anything. Lesnar just has to do what he does, and that is hurt people.
And I know, ladies and gentlemen, I know there's a contract dispute with him when he walked out a few weeks ago. We're not going to really talk about that. This is WrestleMania. This will be another podcast.
Yeah.
So I do apologize. We already run over an hour. So we're going to talk about that another time.
But yeah, so the winner for this match,
Roman Reigns.
Seth Rollins.
Let's see. We almost forgot another card because we still need to talk about this thing Triple H. We forgot. I'm sorry. I guess he did. Rest in peace. We forgot Bray Wyatt versus The Undertaker, which basically was only Bray Wyatt. That's it. It was built by Bray Wyatt. It got on my fucking nerves. Undertaker will not lose again. He will beat Bray Wyatt.
I will take a minute because I do want to say Bray Wyatt, the new face of fear. I'm loving what he's doing. I'm loving. It's
starting to get cartoony to me though.
Yeah, but I mean, The Undertaker's been a cartoon for years.
But we grew up with that.
Yeah.
That's different. We were young. And we expected that. We're older now. I see the same shit with Bray. No.
I enjoy what they're doing with Bray Wyatt because I love that type of character. I love the guy who is just completely evil, out of his mind, and Bray can wrestle.
Yes, he can.
I really want to hope that Undertaker's up for this match physically because I really want him to take
nobody's physical as Brock Lesnar. So I think with Bray, it won't be a piece of cake, but it'll be a breath of fresh air.
This is going to be a spectacle. And for this,
we don't even know.
For this particular WrestleMania, we need spectacle.
But we don't even know. We haven't seen Undertaker in a year. And the last photo we saw, my man looked like fucking Santa Claus. He was very beat up. He Maybe he would start training after that to get here because of course he made the decision he wanted to wrestle or not. So he made a decision, so he has to train. I just hope it's not an embarrassment because now people don't have the streak to worry about anymore. Now they can actually pay attention.
Right. I think that you're going to see a spectacle. I think that, like I said, this may not be a great match. I don't think you're going. I think we may be past the point of the Triple H versus Undertaker match, the CM Punk versus Undertaker match, the Michaels versus Undertaker match. We don't have the same Undertaker we had 10 years ago. But what we do,
we don't have the same Undertaker we had 2 years ago.
But what we do have is we do have two guys who know how to put on a show. It's not necessarily going to be the greatest match, but it is going to be a really great show.
Undertaker wins.
Undertaker wins. Undertaker goes over.
But, I don't think
but there is going to be such a rub for Bray Wyatt because he is the new face of fear. He is the scary guy in the corner, and I absolutely.
So do you think a handshake will be in order after the win?
No.
Because you remember when back in the day, Jeff Hardy Undertaker fought. Yeah, I'm a Jeff Hardy mark. Shut the fuck up.
No.
And he lifted his hand up because you gotta pass that torch somewhere.
This ends in blood.
No,
this ends in blood.
They won't have blood.
It ends in blood.
They won't.
They're
going black and white. They're going black and white.
I think the Undertaker goes over, but I think Bray Wyatt ends it violently.
Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Now, the match that K-Zach has all been waiting for the past 20 years.
Ow! It is showtime!
It is! Dolph Ziggler voiced it Sting versus Triple H. Now, you might wonder, why did I say that? Okay. You know that promo Sting did, I have been waiting. I had some people of mine dub it a little bit more faster, and it sounded like Dolph Ziggler. But then they did it again, and you could hear the Sting. Of course, it was Sting.
Yeah,
but it was funny because I did it. It sounded like Dolph Ziggler singing. Yeah, it was fucking awesome. But here, Sting, 53-year-old Sting. He just had a birthday, by the way. Sting versus Triple H. This is what you call Triple H. I own you. I own shit. I want to be on WrestleMania, and I choose you. That's basically what that shit is.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the Undertaker knew that he wasn't going to have the great match that we hoped for, and the thing is that he's got Bray Wyatt, which is going to be a decent match. I want to see Undertaker versus Sting, Icon versus Icon.
Well, duh. You know what? I think that's next year.
That's next year in Dallas. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
I'd take that. But what you're really going to wind up seeing, I think, with this match is Triple H is going to protect Sting. Triple H is going to protect Sting's legacy, and Sting is going to look like $1 million with a guy who can make him look like $1 million. Triple H, like I said, Triple H knows how to work with someone's limitations. He does. But I think that you are really going to see Sting shine in this match because he needs to shine in a WWE ring. And how do you shine? You shine against the biggest heel in the company, Trips.
Well, to me, I think it's too little too late. I think Sting should have came a long time ago, even before TNA.
Truth.
Right now, he still is good. He looks good than a lot of people out there. So no disrespect to Sting. Yeah. We don't know. This is a different style of wrestling now. Yes, it's TNA, WWE TNA, but WWE I think it might benefit them because of more theatrics. It's more of a story, and Sting can tell a story.
Oh, no kidding.
I just wish it was sooner. I wish it was sooner to where we can get at least a couple of more years of Sting. And Triple H, he's trying to play up the last piece of WCW, this and that. I destroyed WCW. Trips, you ain't do shit. You were
terrorizing.
First of all, you was a background player because it was Stone Cold, it was The Rock, it was The Undertaker. You were a background player. And we're going to talk about this YouTube thing in a second. You was a damn background player. Yes, you had some moments, of course, but you debowed your ass through alienating a bunch of people so you can have your moment. But, again, that's hearsay. But I just think, of course, Sting is going to win because they're going to make him look good. Of course, so next year he can be in the Hall of Fame. That's another one. And I just wish it was sooner. I wish
Yeah.
I like the build. I love the build. It keeps things silent. Awesome. He can talk though. TNA, he got better at talking. But the Vigilantes thing, cool. Keep him quiet. Have him do his thing.
See, where you're a Jeff Hardy mark, I'm a Sting mark, and I always have been. I have been a Sting mark since Clash of the Champions 1. Sting, Ric Flair, 45 minutes, and that still is a great match. It still holds up. I look to Sting to go over in a WWE ring because it's what needs to happen. Triple H, like him or not, and he does have a huge burial rate, also can wrestle not only the guys who, have the action-packed match, he can get over the characters. And the thing is that we haven't had good characters in years. And Sting is one of the last good character wrestlers. And yes. I looked at this match, again, not to be a great, tremendous wrestling contest.
Think so either,
I look for it to be
a great story.
Right. 10 minutes of storytelling. And I think it's going to be
10? I think it's probably making it 20.
I think, no, it's not going to go 20. Yeah,
Sting can go 20.
I think it's going to be 10. I think it's going to be 10 minutes.
Triple H don't want 10. He wants more spotlight. Tell him.
Just like I said, are you counting intros?
Well, then maybe. Hey, Triple H a 5-minute intro. I am the game. And I want to play.
I am He-Man.
Oh shit.
I am He-Man, and I have Ric Flair's daughter at my feet. Awesome.
Oh shit. Mm-hmm. But it's going to be a good storytelling. It's going to be a good.
It's going to be a fun storytelling. And I think this is going to be, for me as Sting Mark and as an old school Mark, I'm looking for this match because I want to enjoy Sting one more time. I hate the music though. I don't like what they did with it now, but it's better than a man called Sting. Yeah. So anyway, that's the WrestleMania card. We do want to mention one more thing: wrestling isn't wrestling. Which, if you haven't seen this story of Triple H told through the cinematic eye of Max Landis, the son of John Landis, who tells this story with his friends.
He's the man.
And all females. And well, all the wrestlers are played by females, but you do have Joey Ryan and Johnny Mundo making an appearance.
And
Macaulay Culkin.
Cole Cabana.
And Seth Green. Just all these tremendous people making an appearance in this tiny little 30-minute short film telling this story of Triple H. Love me! It's just this glorious piece of cinema, which we're going to talk about on my show coming up, which is going to be also WrestleMania Day. We're going to do a broadcast of my show that I co-host, Jedi Goddess Presents on TLMOnAir.com. T-Rwll will be one of my guests, and we are going to go over, like I said, a little bit of this WrestleMania. So like I said, tune in. If you're a fan of T-Rwll and you're a fan of the Rell deal, tune in to the show that I co-host on TLMOnAir every Sunday. It's Jedi Goddess Presents. That's going to be 12:45 Sunday for the live broadcast, and we'll have the replay up that same day.
Awesome. As you know where I'm going to be, I'm going to do some changes to the podcast. I know I've been in and out probably for a year. I haven't been doing anything, but I'm going to try to start revamping this podcast. It's going to be more. It's going to be still going to be wrestling, of course, when we have time. It's going to be some other things as well.
Yeah.
I'm going to start talking about certain things, real life events. Going to start doing commentary of certain things in my life. I'm going to start doing certain things of, hopefully food for thought. Hopefully food for the brain.
It's a real deal podcast.
I know I've been slipping. I know it's been a long time, but I have to make the real deal the real deal.
Amen.
And I'm gonna start. I'm not trying to be a shock jock. I'm not trying to be controversial, but I'm gonna damn well speak my mind, because there's a lot of things going on that I see that gets on my damn nerves, pisses me off, and some people might not like what I gotta say, but you're gonna respect it. I'm not the type who judges. I don't judge, but I see both sides of the equation. And there's a lot of people out there who judge and they have their little mindset, and I'm here to break that. For one at a time, I want to break that mindset of people, because we need to stop tunnel visioning things. We always see it under tunnel vision, and all you see is this, but you don't see everything else. And that's the problem with the world today is you just see what you want to see.
And no one wants to see this.
And on that note,
this has been
T-Rwll and
K-Zach,
we'll see you again.
thank you, Drive Through.
Peace.